So we look here at the setup now, 8-iron and driver, okay?
Yeah.
This is when your stance was actually narrower. Now your stance there still looks fairly wide in terms of your address position there. It could, I think with the drive before, your feet were almost this way, which will make it very hard for you to move your body in any way, shape or form. And again, if we lock joints or muscles, or we just tense things up, they can't move. Either way, if they can't move effectively, they can't swing a golf club effectively. So if your stance gets too wide and your grip gets too tight, two things now aren't going to move as effectively, i.e. the lower half and the hands and arms. Well, they're kind of important integral parts of the golf swing. If they're kind of locked and stiff, reaching the ground is going to be a nightmare for you, okay? Yeah. And that is really your kind of go-to bad shot. Catching the toe, hitting the ground behind the ball, or not able to reach the ground. Yeah. All caused by the same kind of issues in terms of the swing. So that's a symptom where you sort of toe end it or knuckleball it with the driver. It's all caused by the impact position looking a little bit bunched. What you need to try and fill in terms of the swing here now is when you get to the top of the back swing, shoulder turn there, nice good hip turn, the arm just kind of falling down here. And you can see that hand now are kind of keeping the same width around your body as you bring the club down. There's no kind of bunching up. Now, you get to about here, the lead arm is starting to flex a smidgen. I mean, you've got about that kind of movement there now. That's okay. It's not been really locked. And through the ball, there's a nice freedom through the ball there with your arm sort of swishing through up onto that left side. So doing this practice drill here now is going to be really good. That's the kind of impact position we're looking for, where everything is kind of pretty much lined up there, yeah?
Okay.
So you sort of swing the top, you reset yourself back to there. You said you were feeling more weight on the right foot there, only because most of your weight was now focused on that right toe. Yeah. So you would feel more so on that foot because of that, okay? But yeah, where you were there was a good position. I think the second one there now, that for me is too far forward, as you can potentially see.
Right.
Okay, the club now has got no loft, okay? The hands are actually in front of the club head because you try to put too much weight forward. Okay, so that position there was too far forward.
I've always been trying to focus on a lot.
That one there is a better position, more in line, yeah? Whereas this is, just look at your right foot this next time you try to get through more. There, your right foot's on the toe, on the side of your foot more, and you've actually gone probably too far. Okay, so again, there is obviously too far that direction and obviously too far in that direction.
And I think I've been focusing so much recently on trying to get forward. Maybe it's starting to go too far now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and again, if you've gone so far forward, I was like, ooh, hang on, you're going to feel this bunching after. I think if you're in some ways, your arms kind of tuck up post impact. If you're too far on the right hand side, you can't reach anywhere. If you're too far left, you're trying to balance yourself. So very often you'll get that kind of symptom of tucked up based on where your body's, okay. But yeah, in terms of swinging out, back there's a good one again now. So nicely in line. Back again, so doing this sort of again nice and so sort of try and make sure the backswing is a bit longer. That backswing for me is not as long as it could be. It's not really, that's more of I'll lift my arms up here and just bring it back down to him. I want to get a nice good coiling position. So you're creating tension through a coil, because if you just stand there and do that, lift your arms up, there's no tension there. Now your arms are going to fall back down. If you coil and turn back, you're creating tension the correct way. Then if you've got any tension in your hands there now, that'll be over it and you'll be, I struggle. If you just do this, you can be as tight as you want. There's no real kind of aspect to the golf. So just make it a little bit more of a bigger turn. I think when your feet get too wide, you couldn't turn. So that's why we want to get the feet a little bit narrower, okay? But yeah, make that swing the top and then come back to that impact position. In terms of practice, that's what we're going to try. And then when you step to the golf ball now, you're going to see a sort of fidget finger to trying to get yourself in the right position. Just thinking there's probably at this time here now between when you get set there, 41 seconds to when you're going to get yourself set. You're about there, so about 7 or 8 seconds of like, where am I kind of thing. And during that time, when you're 7 seconds, not a long time, but you're probably thinking and building up all these sorts of what to do, okay? Yeah. You've done the practice movements, got the feeling, and then pull the trigger, okay? Yes, you can't sort of walk the ball and just whack it. I get that. There's a balance if you just playing polo. But at the same time, if we're overthinking over the golf ball, again, you see how much more shoulder turn you've created there now. Back to the golf ball there now. Impact, next frame. There you go. A bit too after impact there. There you go. That's probably just before impact there now, okay? So arm is a little bit of curvature there, slightly.
So try and get that bit straighter.
Not much, okay? Again, don't try and keep it straighter because that's going to be tension. Let it fall and it will just hang straighter. Yeah?
Okay.
My arm's up here. I want to get it back down. I'm going to go, right, it must be straight because now it's locked and I can't move, and then I'm going to start moving. My arm back here, it just fall, yeah?
Okay.
The arm will stay, your arms are going to swing in the shoulder sockets and maintain their length if we're loose. The second we try and keep things straight, we tense up and now, I can't move this independently. And then your body gets thrown back, which is whether you pull your arms in or you lean back, you're further from the ball. So what part of the club are you going to catch? At toe end. That's when that sort of scuttly one comes in there, okay? Oh, going through to a good position there now, nice and balanced and nice and relaxed. It's good functional movement there. When it's under less pressure and there's less consequence and you're getting a groove, it can function. When it's put under more extreme pressure and there's a bit of a consequence, it breaks down a little bit. That's when on the golf course it goes slightly wrong, you see. And then when it goes wrong, it's like a... folds into the world. Okay, mate?
Okay.
Good stuff. Very good, buddy. Well done, mate.